Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Weigh In Wednesday. This is week 26. There may be a guest popping through. I usually put the cat Bandit um, in the bedroom, but he's feeling frisky today, so he may wander through here and there. If he knocks the tripod over, we'll have issues. Um, the week was, on a personal note, the week was pretty up and down. This is a weight loss channel, but everything affects your weight when you have an eating disorder, or have had one, or eat for comfort, or eat because you're bored, or eat because you're emotional. If you eat for any reason other than being hungry, yeah, there you go. So, um, I ate for all those reasons this week. Eating was okay. I was really tight for the last few days on 1,500 calories and high quality food. Mark had got me a late Valentine's Day present, most of which was food, all of which was good. It was a lot of my favorites. Now I portioned them all but one. There was these Reese's peanut butter cup things that had cookies on top, and then another one that had like chocolate covered pretzels. They weren't actual Reese's brand peanut butter. It didn't matter. I ate the whole thing. They were so good. Um, and then there was peach rings and sour watermelon things, and they were really good too. And I portioned those and ate them. But I mean, portioned or not, in the course of a few days, I ate 6 peanut butter cups and about 4 servings of sour jelly candies. So I don't know if my body really knows or cares that I spaced them out that much. But so it goes. I was eating for comfort. I wasn't overeating necessarily, but I was eating foods sometimes, I would say before the weekend, that weren't so great just because they made me feel better. Um, that's the opposite of what you're supposed to do, I think. But I don't care. It's my life, my food, my journey. Um, One of the perks of I'll put a link up here somewhere. Um, in my video, How Did I Get So Fat? I mentioned uh, briefly that I take a number of different medications to help manage a mental health concern I have. I actually have bipolar disorder, type 1. And I've been cycling lately, up, down, up, down. It's the change of seasons. It's kind of like my mood's been up and down. My energy levels, more than anything, have been up and down. And it's like trying to dial in between two different radio stations. It's like this is clear and this is clear, and then it's fuzzy in the middle. I'm in the fuzzy in the middle part where it's kind of up, kind of down, face down on the bed in the morning. Can't think of a reason to get up. 45 minutes later, I'm downing my coffee and dancing into my work clothes. So um, it's that's been tiring, and I've been coping with it by sleeping a little bit extra, eating, like I said, some comfort foods and some other things like that. Kitty's out. He's kneading. If you have a cat, you know what kneading is. If you don't, I don't even know how to explain it. So that's where I've been with food, and I think some of the reasons I've been going to it more frequently. I have other coping skills aside from just eating and taking large doses of psychotropic medication, and some of those have been helpful. So this isn't, I'm not exactly where I want to be as far as my mental health, but at the same time, I've been much, much worse, and I'll get through this. One of the perks of having bipolar is that whatever mood I'm in, I won't be in it for long. So if I'm having a bad afternoon, I'll probably have a good evening, and if I have a rough morning, I'll probably have a great lunch. So at least until things settle down, until the smoke clears and I settle into a mood, which will probably happen by spring. So in the meantime, just chugging along. Did I mention I might be a little bit hyperverbal? That kind of comes with it too. So anyway, back to my weight loss journey. Activity this week was okay. I did work out with Mark a little bit, and I actually have some soreness through the quads, the rear, the stomach, which is good. So reminds me that those parts are still going, and it kind of puts in my head that I want to get back into doing at least calisthenics, if not some resistance training. So we'll see how that goes. I want to give that a whirl. To the numbers. Started my journey, I was 272. When I started the channel, I was 229 or 230, 229, I think. Last week I weighed in at 194, and this week I just got out of the shower and I weighed in at 193. So I lost a pound. Considering the eating stuff that was going on, with eating some junkier foods, um, pretty much just candy and sugar and stuff like that, and using food to kind of cope with some unhealthy feelings or some unpleasant, I wouldn't say unhealthy, unpleasant feelings, um, beyond just, you know, oh, this food tastes good, it makes me feel better. I'm deliberately eating to try to make myself feel better. Um, so, progress, not perfection. So, considering I was doing some of that, I'm surprised I even lost a pound, but we'll take it. So, that's a total of 79 pounds lost since the beginning. So, there is that sense of accomplishment there. So, I can be proud of that. Non scale victory. What the hell did I even write down? I'm still here, don't panic. Um, after work, after working out a little bit with Mark, I noticed everything's starting to fall because I've lost almost 80 pounds. And this is probably this is at least the second time in my life I've lost this much weight. So since things are starting to fall, my stomach's starting to fall, my butt is starting to fall. I am at that age. So if you're young, lose it, keep it off. And after working out, my butt is higher. I know that sounds silly, but it's higher. My pants are staying up more, and it's only after one day. So my belief in my body's capacity to change under the loose skin has been renewed. So I don't feel like a victim to my body at the moment. I don't feel like, oh, I lost weight, but I'm still going to hate the way I look, or I'll have to wait on it until I accept the way I look. I feel like now I have some control and some power over the way I want to, make those changes. So that was pretty good. The non-scale victory kind of jump-started that line of thinking, which I think is a good one. So, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, I can feel the muscles that I was working on under my skin. If I stretch, I can feel my oblique through here, and it's not buried under a bunch of fat. The skin's kind of pooling around it, and it's starting to dimple, but that's okay. So that's pretty much our cigarette went out. One of these times I'm going to release a video. It's not news to anyone that I smoke. The name of my channel is Smoke Yourself Thin, which is obviously very tongue-in-cheek. You cannot smoke yourself thin. If you do, you'd be a lot more yellow than I am right now. But one of these times I'll have to mention and elaborate on that a little bit more. I don't know you're going to find too many weight loss channels where the person is chain smoking the entire time that aren't completely satire. But this is the journey. This is where I'm at in the journey. So that's all I have to report. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please like and share if you feel so inclined. I have a couple videos rolling around in my head I didn't shoot this week. Thinking about popping out some on obviously smoking, maybe mental health, because that's fresh in my mind once I get away from it a little bit and it's not so present. And I have a little time to reflect. I'll write a little bit about that, jot it down, and then maybe speak on it. But until then, it's a weight loss channel. I'll definitely mark those that they aren't weight loss videos. So if you're not really interested in those, you don't have to look. So that's it. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch up with y'all soon. Bye.